Hello, it's Michael Pilarski with another Friends of the Trees Botanical YouTube. A little video here. And today we're going to talk about Teasel root, Dipsacus. And it's used in Chinese medicine, and recently it's gotten quite famous as in its use for Lyme disease. And as we know, there's a lot more Lyme disease in the U.S. than there used to be. It's a growing concern. And this is one of the main things that people use on the herbal realm. And it's mostly harvested as a weed. It's a weed grown in various parts of the U.S., wild, non-native, escaped plant. I grow it in my garden though. I used to wildcraft it, but boy, when you wildcraft it, you generally end up, that would be a big root. It's hard to get a big root from wild stuff. But instead I'm growing it on the farm, and so we can get some pretty good sized roots. Pound and a half are the biggest ones. And so these are just in the process of getting washed up. We have a whole table of it here. And it's a biennial, and we harvest it at the end of the first year or the beginning of the second. It goes to seed in the second year, and then the root's no good in the second year, or once it gets growing much. So we harvest it before it goes to seed. As you can see, the root's pretty white, tap-rooted plant, multiple taproots, and these are grown from seedlings in the garden in place. So they were never transplanted. So they have a nice taproot system. And we dig it with a spade. It's relatively easy to dig compared to most roots, a lot of roots I dig. So I've just discovered that the voles, little meadow mice, are starting to eat these in my garden. They love them. That's tasty for them. And so we want to get the rest of our teasel dug here in the next month or so before the voles take it. So if anybody needs some teasel for medicine making, we've got about probably 60, 70 pounds in the ground yet. So we'd like to get that out. And so you can grow this from seed. You might have to gather your own. It might be difficult to find the seed for sale because it's a noxious weed. But if you do have it as a noxious weed around, you can collect some seed, grow it in your garden, and harvest it before it goes to seed in the garden. So, yes, Teasel, Dipsacus, good. Oh, and also, by the way, this much root here, this is probably about 20 pounds maybe. Look at how much leaf it took to get this much of the root. It really makes a big top. That's a lot of green material there. Okay, hopefully none of you will ever get Lyme disease, but if you do, you should check out all the different ways to get rid of it. And this is supposedly one of the things that does.